Okay, hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Grand Cross video, and today we're going to be going over pretty much what are the best support units. And by support units, I mean what is the best fourth character to use in PvP. Now, this is based on your team and kind of based on what actual rank and gear you're in, I guess. Like if you're playing geared or non-geared, because it's kind of different. But currently, right now, I'm running pretty much an all rush team, and Merlin is pretty much the prime example of that. Because if you don't know, Merlin is the main culprit to the ultimate rush, which is basically give you an orb at the start of the match, and then you also eat CC food. Well, not CC food. You eat orb food, which gives you an extra orb. Plus, if you start first or late, you get an extra orb. So we're gonna be going over what are the best characters to use for that full slot in PvP, and let's see what team comps we can make up. And I will be showing gameplay of like Freedom, but let's just start off with Merlin. So Merlin. Well, let me just start it. The support unit, right, has got to have also a really good unique. That's the whole point, right, for a support unit, is you have to have a unique, which Merlin's is pretty much one of the best in the games, which is fill all allies' ultimate gauges by one orb at the start of the battle. Plus, what you want them to do, obviously, when someone does die, you want this character to come in and also support your other units, which she does, like, greatly. Like, she's, like, one of the best. Probably the best in ungeared, I think. So, why is she the best? Well, she has two great abilities, which just stops you overall, which is this one here. So Sphere Explosion, which is inflict damage, which by the way does increase really high. So if you do get the tier 2 or tier 3, you're doing a lot of damage. But it also removes one ultimate gauge. So if they have an ultimate, you can remove them and keep them in bay. The next one is Perfect Cube, which creates a barrier, and it's just nasty. And also a combined attack, which just does a lot of damage, and also disabled attack skills. So she's removing ultimate gauges, giving you an extra orb so you can get your ult first, providing a barrier, and then also disabling attacks. It's like stupid. Next one we have Holy Knight Gilthunder. So this is an SSR. An SR. I should say the other Merlin is a coin shop unit, so you can get her right now pretty easy. But yeah, Gilthunder is an SR, and his main thing is to increase all allies' defense-related stats in PvP. Bear in mind, yeah, you can only use them in PvP. But yeah, defense-related stats is quite huge. It's like resistance, all crit resistance, like just crazy amount of defense-related stats. Now, I think this guy's used a lot more in geared PvP because obviously geared you can like obviously multiply and all that stuff. But he also has a Rupture, which does 2 times more damage against debuffed enemies. Kind of good against Arthur, but you can see he's a HP unit, or like attribute HP, so it's not the craziest. But this is also his main thing too, is to increase attack of all allies by 30% up to 60. So that's nasty. So once again, kind of like Merlin, a B-Tech Merlin, I would say, but also good in his own right. Doing a really good passive, which is the 30% HP defense, or the defense-related stats, and also buff attacks, and then basically an AoE attack, which does more damage to buffed enemies. So obviously you are staying. When he does come in, the chances are they're going to have buffs anyway because you're later on into the match, so that could be really good. Next we have Hostess Elizabeth. Now Hostess Elizabeth is not used as much now, but I think she was very, very good during the Barn meta, because Barn was doing AoE damage and kind of just chipping away. So her passive is to actually heal her allies 10% of the max HP at the start of the next turn if they take damage. So obviously Barn was doing a lot of damage, and even still, not even a lot, she was just doing a lot of damage. And you know, if you could heal 10% each go, it's pretty good. But Gopher is also a character that's used still, and he has an AoE attack, and if they do use that, she's going to heal 10% of the HP. So you can see, like, oh, she has 46,000. So you're going to heal around 6k HP each turn. Not bad, to be fair. Like, it's pretty good. Especially if you get that in geared PvP, you can also increase the HP up. So they're going to heal even more. But I think at that point, you might just want to use, you know, the defense-related stats from the Gilthunder. But what she does too is also heal all allies based off attack. But also fills the ultimate gauge for herself, which also goes well because she's going to keep using ultimate, which is going to keep on healing as well, and just basically keep the cycle going. But her next skill, decent one as well, similar to what we had others, is basically inflict damage, which is okay and all, but she also disables attacks for 2 turns, depending on what skill it is or rank. That's pretty good. So ideally, she's healing. When she comes in, she's healing even more, and she can also disable attacks, which is kind of decent. It's not the crazy amount of damage, but overall, the fact that she has a use for all of her abilities, it's like top tier for like the best 3 units. So top 3 I would say will be Elizabeth, Gilthunder, and Merlin, and we'll go over who the best is later on. But there are a couple more units you can use, which we'll go over next. Now, these are more situational, because you'll see here. So we have Ranger Grimo, which is increase all our allies' HP related stats by 15% in PvP. You can use it. I haven't seen this guy used ever. I would say it's more used in geared PvP. As for his rank 1 or tier 1, skill 1 isn't the greatest, but his tier 2 does create a barrier for all allies, similar to like what Merlin does for 2 turns up to 1 turn, whatever. That one's pretty good, and also has the ultimate for on all allies, which defense will decreases attack related stats for 3 turns, which is pretty good. So as a character, he's also a really good support, because one, he's obviously increasing your HP, creating a barrier for all your teammates, and then also decreasing the attack related stats of the enemy. So pretty good, but very situational. And the last character, so there's only 5 of these guys I think you can use, is also Twiggo. Well, to be fair, you can use it for any color. There's a few of them that do this, but Twiggo basically increases strength related stats, which is the red color. Strength related HP, so if they are red, they're going to get a 30% HP increase, which is just, it's quite naughty. 30%. That's pretty much what the Grima was doing, but she's doing it based on one character with one color. So you kind of want to use like a Hauser, and I would assume Arthur. So that's like the best team you could use. I think the go-to is actually using Grima as well. So you're gonna get both of them stats basically coming onto the red team, and you're gonna be super tanky. His skill, or skills I should say, aren't the greatest. They just do a lot of damage, and then he also has an ultimate which does, well, he has 2 skills that do AoE damage. So if you do get him out, he's alright. But there we go. That is the 5 characters which you can use. Actually, no, there's 6. Mage LILLIA, a new character got added to the game, who is actually pretty good for now. Decrease over enemy attacks in PvP by 16%. Really good. She is basically going to support your units by making you take less damage. Well, they're gonna do less damage, right? In turn, doing less damage to you, whatever. But she also has pretty good skills. You can see when she does. You probably actually want to start with her, to be honest. But what she does is her skill 1 is to actually inflict damage onto one enemy, but also decrease attack related stats. And the next one is to also increase damage taken by all enemies up to 50%. That's mad. So not only are you making the enemy do less damage towards you, she's also making you do more damage towards them. So pretty much a win-win. And the ultimate is pretty good, an AoE that will decrease his card ranks. Okay, so now that we've talked about all the characters, who are the best ones to use? Ungeared undoubtedly probably will be between these two, up to you really, but I would definitely go with Great Mage Merlin. Coin shop units, so you can get her pretty easy, and she should go on sale soon, so I'd definitely put her first. Next will be Gilthunder. The fact is HP related or defense related stats is just nutty, so you're going to stay alive for so long, plus he's increasing your attack. You can't really go wrong with him. Probably a bit better in geared PvP. I'd probably see her used a lot, him used a lot more. But next I would say LILLIA. She just pretty much a decent unit, obviously just making you do more damage and take less damage. Can't really go wrong. Next will be Hostess Elizabeth. Now she's fallen off a little bit just because obviously Barn was kind of running around a lot, and she is a red, so she did counter him pretty well, plus obviously healing a lot more now. I think when the Demon Mediola strat comes, I think she won't be more used. I don't think she'll be used a lot, just because he's doing too much damage for you to even heal back. There's no point. And yeah, probably Grimo, I would say second, or the next, so 4th or 5th actually. And then also Twiggo, 6th best character to use, because he's pretty much only boosting reds. I do believe Jericho boosts greens or blues, whatever. So essentially you can do that for all colors, but I think Twiggo is probably the better one to use out of all of them. So there we go. That is all for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that button and subscribe. Obviously, we're doing Grand Cross content on the regular now, daily pretty much. So this is pretty much just a little tip video of who to use in PvP. And I think I'm pretty... Yeah, I know I'm right, actually. I'm not saying that. Like, it's either Merlin or Gilthunder used in PvP. You're going to see either one of the two. You're either going to see Merlin in ungeared, probably, because you're kind of rushing ults. But in geared, I would say there's more diversity because you can build up a different comp. So yeah, that's going to be all for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.